Welcome, everyone, to the house that Rockne built, Notre Dame Stadium, underneath the watchful eye of Touchdown Jesus, the home of the Fighting Irish. We've got a top 25 showdown in this one, both teams with an opportunity to get a statement victory. As we'll see the number 21 team in the country, the SMU Mustangs, taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Mustangs will boot it away to start the game. He'll call for the fair catch here. Looking for a productive play on first down. Looking for space. It's Love. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, defense is about getting off the football. And when that defensive line can be disruptive and get in the backfield right away and mess up those pullers actions on those counter plays, it can be really advantageous for the defense. Great job by the defense being hyperactive.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Now on the counter. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. To throw, it's Leonard. And the pass hits, picked off. Trying to take it back. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
From the gun, running back on the move. Working his way and keeping those legs moving, picks up 5 down to the 14.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Here's the handoff. Relying on that running game inside the red zone, he picked up 3 to the 11. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Caught behind the line. It's Smith. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that 3rd down. They'd hope to get him in space, create running room, and there just wasn't anything there.
Yeah, I love the 3rd down, aggressive, in-your-face defense, not giving you any room to run down the field. Great job by the defense. They saw the throw, the quick pass, reacted to it, got him on the ground for a loss.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. And the Mustangs want to pick up the tempo. Dropping back, it's Jennings. Pressure coming. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
He was trying to push it downfield. He was looking for a receiver, trying to make a play. Could tell the pressure started to get to him a little bit. Nowhere to go with the football, and just fights back to the line of scrimmage.
Got nothing last time. Now 2nd and goal from the 3. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, SMU.
Yeah, and you love giving it to the big boy right near the goal line, plowing ahead. You know he's going to put 2 hands on the football, lower his shoulder. 2nd and goal. You don't need 3rd and goal, thanks to the big fella.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young.
And he breaks into the open. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense. In their running game, that time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. Open space at the 25. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down. Notre Dame now operating in the red zone. Handoff to the lone back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
Looking downfield, it's Leonard. Fires into traffic, picked off. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. The Mustangs will hustle to the line. Got open on the post and then had no regard for his body in making that catch.
Exactly right. You know you're going to get hit a lot of times coming over the middle of the field, but he runs that post, lays out, makes the play for his quarterback. That's a tough hombre.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Line getting set on 2nd down. They'll run play action. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attack.
This is a 3rd and long. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Mustangs send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fair catch called for and made. Here come the Irish back on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you get.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And he's got it at the 25. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do it.
And they got him for the sack.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11. Smith takes the handoff. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Back to throw, it's Jennings. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. The Mustangs will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And now the hit knocks it loose. Oh, look what I found. The offense keeps it.
And a huge thank you in order right there. That returner's literally going to go find my man and go, thank you so much for making up for my mistake. That could have been huge, but the offense caught a break and fell on it.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups?
Open runway ahead. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
Looking to move it through the air. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
The offense will quickly use a timeout.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice big...
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution in the drive by that offense.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. The give is to Smith. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. This will likely be the last play of the half. On second down, just keeps firing. Using his legs to buy some time. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Ready to go here in the second half, and Notre Dame will kick it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least. And the defense gets to the quarterback. And the Mustangs moving quickly to the line.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. And you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Wants to throw. It's Jennings. Slings it downfield. He's got an open man. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
They're bringing heat. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Bailey. Oh, it's out. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And you see wide receivers make those catches and try to get upfield and now turn into a running back, make something happen. And a lot of times you just forget to secure that football real tight. And you could tell DB got it out. Big mistake, big turnover, nice forced turnover by the defense.
The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
He's back to throw on second down. Caught over the middle. It's Love. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Big-time play there in the passing game. That's important for Notre Dame, too, as a program, because we know they've always been able to run the football, and we've seen them in recent years get to the playoff. They've reached national championship games, but they haven't been able to pull it off. For this program to take the next step, they have to be more consistent and dynamic in the explosive passing game, and I think this guy gives them the opportunity to take the program to the next level.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Leonard. Fires to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Nice catch there. You know, I think back to great Golden Domer wide receivers and Tim Brown, who won a Heisman, Rocket Ismail, obviously. How about Jeff Samardzija? There's a name you don't hear very much anymore, but he was awesome for Brady Quinn back in the day, and all those guys had the ability to win one-on-one. Their quarterbacks knew that if they had that matchup outside, they were going to take it, and I think this quarterback feels the same way about that guy. He is just so dynamic outside.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes.
A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Irish.
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you get receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Throws to the wideout. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage.